Hey everyone. Life isn't a straight path, is it? It twists, it turns, and it teaches. But sometimes the biggest lessons don't come from our successes, they come from our mistakes. Every single misstep, every wrong turn, every regret holds a lesson just waiting for us to understand it. Realizing you've made a mistake isn't a sign of weakness, it's awareness. It's waking up a deeper part of yourself, the part that seeks truth, growth, and peace. You see, the mistake itself isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new one, the very first step in the right direction. So many of us are terrified of being wrong. We fear failure, judgment, or just feeling embarrassed. But the truth is, realization is courage. It takes real strength to look at your actions, your words, your choices, and admit, I was wrong. Because in that powerful moment, you're no longer trapped by the past. You are actively freeing yourself from it. Think about it. The greatest minds, the most successful people, the most inspiring stories, they're all filled with mistakes. Edison failed thousands of times before creating the light bulb. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. Every single one of them faced failure, but instead of hiding from it, they realized, this is part of my path, and they kept moving forward. Realization is not the same as regret. Regret keeps you chained to yesterday, replaying what went wrong. Realization gives you a clear direction for tomorrow. It tells you, this is where I went wrong, and this is where I can grow. And that spark of understanding is what changes everything. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. You keep replaying what you did, wishing you could rewrite the past. But life isn't about rewriting history, it's about rewriting yourself. You can't go back and change what happened. But you can stand here today, stronger and wiser, and say, I am better because I learned. When you fall, rise slowly. When you fail, rise wisely. When you realize, rise with purpose. Because every mistake brings a message. Every failure carries a seed of wisdom, and every wrong turn teaches you exactly where not to go. That knowledge is what guides you to where you truly belong, so don't fear your past. Face it. Don't hide from your wrongs. Heal them. Every single step you take after that moment of realization is a step toward transformation. It's how character is built. It's how confidence is restored. It's how dreams become real. Growth can be painful because the truth can be heavy. But carrying your truth is what makes you powerful. You don't grow by pretending to be perfect. You grow when you admit you're human. When you say, I made a mistake, but I'm learning, that is real strength. So if you failed, if you've hurt someone, if you've taken a wrong path, stop running from it. Just for a moment, pause, reflect, realize. The moment you do, you'll start to see a light in the darkness. And that light isn't coming from outside. It's coming from within you. This realization isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point. It's the moment the hero decides to change. The moment the pain finds its purpose. The moment your life truly begins again. Every great comeback starts with a moment of realization. Every transformation begins with honesty. Every success is born from lessons learned the hard way. So take a deep breath. Look back, not with shame, but with wisdom. You did what you knew how to do back then. Now you know better. And because you know better, you can do better. Let that be your mantra. I am not my mistakes. I am my realizations. I am my growth. I am my next step. Every moment you choose awareness over denial, you take back control of your life. Every time you take responsibility, you regain your power. Every time you learn, you evolve. This isn't about perfection, it's about progression. It's about becoming someone who refuses to stay stuck in the past. Someone who turns mistakes into momentum. Someone who falls and uses that fall to rise higher than before. You are not your worst decision. You are not your lowest moment. You are the lesson that came from it. You are the realization that changed everything. So walk forward with pride, not in spite of your mistakes, but because of them. They made you aware. They made you real. They made you ready. And as you continue on your journey, remember this. Life isn't about never falling down. It's about learning to rise differently every single time you do. And that rise, that realization is what makes your direction the right one. Keep walking. Keep learning. Keep realizing. Because every realization, no matter how painful it feels, moves you closer to the person you are meant to become. There was once a man who spent years chasing wealth. He worked tirelessly, built businesses, and surrounded himself with luxury. But one day, he realized that in his pursuit of success, he had forgotten how to live. He had missed birthdays, skipped important conversations, and ignored the laughter of those who loved him most. The day he realized that mistake, he sat alone, not with regret, but with a profound awakening. He understood that success means nothing without connection. And that was the moment his life truly began to change. That realization became his compass. In another part of the world, a woman carried deep guilt in her heart. She had spoken words she couldn't take back and had hurt someone she deeply loved. For years, she carried that weight like a shadow. But one morning, she stood in front of a mirror and whispered, "I was wrong." Those 3 simple words didn't erase the past, but they set her free. She reached out, she apologized, and she slowly rebuilt what she once broke. Her realization didn't make her perfect, it made her honest. And that honesty became the bridge that brought healing. Every story of transformation begins with that one moment, the pause. The moment you stop running from yourself and start listening to your heart. It doesn't matter how far you've gone in the wrong direction, once you realize it, every step forward is progress. Life has a gentle way of teaching us, sometimes through peace and sometimes through pain. When you ignore the lesson, life tends to repeat it. But when you finally realize the message behind your mistake, that cycle ends. You move forward. You evolve. You begin to see that the very things that once broke you actually built you. Realization is the bridge between who you were and who you are capable of becoming. It's not easy because facing yourself requires bravery. It's always easier to blame, to justify, or to hide, but realization demands truth. And the truth, no matter how painful, is always the beginning of freedom. So don't drown in guilt, rise in gratitude. Gratitude that you have the awareness to see it. Because with awareness comes the power to change. And the power to change means you're truly alive. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Take care and keep moving forward.